And we are back. We need like words to that song.
Words?
Words. Welcome to the BS show.
No.
While we talk the BS. Oh man. And then have somebody like twist come in the background.
Right. Officially lost your mind.
Officially.
Officially.
Barely.
It's been stamped and delivered.
So welcome back to the BS show. Today we have a little bit late, but it's not too late. The What the Hell Rewind for May of 2022. A lot of BS happening, a lot of stuff bleeding into May, but some stuff that happened in April, but we're going to talk about it because we just found out about some of the stuff. So as always, make sure you guys do check the description below. We have a very good VPN deal. Make sure you guys protect yourself before you wreck yourself. And also Buzz TV's got some stuff coming. What you got about Buzz?
Buzz TV. BuzzTVGlobal.com. Buzz TV is taking your streaming experiences to the next level. They are. You gotta check them out. They got some good stuff, man. They got some good stuff. Like, honestly, their next device that's coming out has got me excited for the right reasons. I mean, the 4900, by all means, is a fantastic device, but it's for 99% of the people out there is overkill. But they brought everything that was nice about the 4900 into a more valuable bundle. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're just gonna have to go to BuzzTVGlobal.com. So that's it.
Quank.
Yeah.
Period. Period. Okay. So we got some good stuff for you guys today. So we're going to open this up. There's a couple things here. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, NVIDIA Shield, the whole thing with Elon Musk, Twitter, Jeff Bezos, Activision. And we're going to talk about some Amber Heard, Johnny Depp crap too. Literally. Some real crap. But I wanted to open this up because I wanted to get Next Level's opinion on this one. I think, to me, this is a what the hell, because there's been a lot of uncertainty with crypto right now. It's been like a yo-yo effect where it just goes up and then it comes back down. I recently did on my Crypto Trends channel, I did a video. I think it's going to be coming actually. Ooh, either today or tomorrow. I forget when it's dropping, but it's going to be about Bitcoin going down between 28,000 and 32,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this video. Well, I recorded it a while ago and it's just coming out, but it looks like Bitcoin is backing down. It looks like I know there was I think yesterday it dropped a couple thousand, I think. And it's starting to come back up. I haven't checked it yet today, but I was like, wait a minute. These numbers aren't supposed to level off until the end of May. Like, what the hell? Like, why is it coming down quicker than what I thought? It hasn't hit it yet. At least I don't think it has yet. But the first country to adopt Bitcoin, El Salvador, and people are saying that's dumb. There's another country now to adopt Bitcoin as a national currency. You ready for this one?
Who is it?
Second country to adopt Bitcoin as national currency is, no, it's not your dog, the Central African Republic.
That's not at all what I was thinking, but it, I guess, makes sense. Okay. What is that? An amalgamation of countries, or what is that?
Well, the continent of Africa has a buttload of different countries in it,
Right. Yeah.
right? And this is just the next one. Central African Republic is the name of this country, and they're making it, they're adopting it. And what's crazy is this is one of the world's poorest countries with only 11% internet penetration.
Penetration.
That's how it's titled. That's how it's titled.
I guess. You know, they don't have to fight with their own issues when it comes to their own economy and being able to be built off of an economy. Because there are a lot of good beneficial aspects to Bitcoin being, you know, the largest cryptocurrency with over, well, there was points in its life where it had over $1 trillion invested in it, right? There's countries out there that do not have $1 trillion under their name. So
I'm very Bella's outside. I could smell her fart. I'm like, damn girl. She's outside the door. I have the door closed here. So CAR, or Central African Republic, CAR, is a landlocked nation that is rich in resources. And this is nuts. They have a lot of gold and a lot of uranium, but they are one of the world's poorest countries. It has been wrecked by a civil war that they had since 2012, and only 11% of the 4.8 million population, 11% of that number has access to the internet. How are they gonna, like, if they're adopting it, everybody's gonna have access to, everybody has to have access to the internet if they want to use Bitcoin. It's not like they're gonna actually have real coins and say, here's a real Bitcoin. Well, I guess they could.
they're adopting it, but I don't think it would be the only thing that they would use. They would probably still have some kind of, you know, currency, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some countries, this could be real, where they use it to divide people, right? Like we want cryptocurrency to be decentralized and, you know, for the people, by the people, and all this stuff. But if you enforce a method in which 90% of your civilians don't want to use, then the division of the wealth gap grows. I would think, right? The wealthy continue to get wealthy because they're playing in this new digital sandbox, and the poorer people who do not have access to things like the internet um, are faced with new struggles when they have enough of their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they're also, I'm just reading this article. It says that they're undermining the franc and offer a rebuke to the country's former colonial power, France. And they're saying it's a big middle finger to the French economic system.
Mm.
So they're trying to break a lot of things from them. But that's my first. What the hell? Here's the next one. You're gonna laugh about this one. Nvidia is fined 5.5 million for
I heard about
hiding
this. Yeah,
how many gaming GPUs were sold to crypto miners.
yeah. I bought them all. It was me.
You're like, it's my fault.
Yeah, they didn't want to mention my name for privacy reasons, but it was me. They sold it all to me.
Do they have to tell them who they sold it to?
Not by name, but I guess when they're breaking. But how do they even know? Because there's a lot of people now that crypto mine, but on a very hobbyist scale. They may only have one graphics card, right? Because the idea behind it is you're not gaming 24/7. I mean, there are some people that would, and they probably do, but when you're not gaming, that you could be mining. And I mean, you've done it with the graphics card you have. You don't have a big, illustrious mining farm with all these rigs or whatever. Whenever you're not using the computer, you just kind of turn it on, let it do its thing. Makes sense, right? So how do you even get an accurate number? But the only thing I can think of is they're selling bulk, like skids, to crypto farms, and they're not telling anybody. And in a time when people are struggling to get certain cards, they're just doing under the table deals. That could be something.
Well, according to this, it says the order claims NVIDIA was misleading investors by reporting a huge boost in revenue related to gaming, hiding how much its success relied on the far more volatile crypto market. NVIDIA isn't admitting to wrongdoing as part of the settlement, but it agrees to stop any unlawful failures to disclose information. So yeah, it looks like they were selling these stuff directly to crypto miners and they were saying like, hey, look, our gaming stuff is doing amazing. So they kind of lied to their investors, and now the investors are like, what the hell? And they have to pay 5.5 million to settle. So they were probably also charging more money.
Well, I mean, it's NVIDIA, right? So right now, the retail cards have what's called an LHR, right? So NVIDIA, because they are NVIDIA, could produce the revision 1 versions of these graphics cards with no LHR and hike up the price and sell it to the crypto miners, right? So they could be making hand over fist. They probably made more than the 5 million they have to pay in the fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it says here NVIDIA didn't mention mining related sales as a factor in its gaming divisions. It mentioned crypto as an important factor in other markets, which suggested to the SEC that it was being deliberately deceptive, and investors' anxieties turned out to be well founded. A crypto crash in late 2018. And it keeps going. Yeah, it just looks like they just pretty much lied about it.
Good job, NVIDIA.
And they're paying. Yeah, they're paying the big bucks. They're paying the big bucks for this. It's kind of, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they should report it?
Well, the average person is probably going to say no, but they don't have requirements or reports to the general public, but they should have some kind of fundamentals to report to the people that are giving them money, to their investors, right? Like if I'm giving, okay, say you run a production studio and I come to you, you come to me and you're like, hey, I need to expand my production studio because I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, all right, that sounds dope. I'll give you a milli, right? And then you take that milli and you go invest it into adding a drive-through window for your production studio where you hand out French fries. That's not at all what you told me you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to an investor, you tell them a game plan. If the game plan is different what you did with the money, then I think there is some kind of responsibility in which you need to let them know. Because to be fair, if they were selling bulk GPUs to crypto miners, and I'm a crypto miner, like crypto mining is life. That's what I do. I'm a crypto miner.
Football is life.
Danny Rojas, right?
Love that guy.
I'm a crypto miner, so like you can call it bias or not, but like this is not a biased statement. I say that if they are selling bulk GPUs to crypto miners in a time when there's graphics cards were not available, and then people were turning around and selling them for double or triple the price, that's wrong. That's like, I mean, I'm a crypto miner. I didn't have an opportunity to buy it. So who are you selling it to? Oh, it's your friends, family. Like what? I think it's wrong.
Yep.
Everyone, equal opportunities for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to another one. um, who's the richest man on earth?
I don't know. Like I just automatically assume that it's Elon, but I think that it jumps up and down between him and one other person. So it depends on the day you ask.
Look it up real quick. The richest man on earth. And yes, it does jump and down. I know they got stocks and all that stuff. Who's the richest top five richest men in the world or woman?
I know that what's his face?
Bezos?
Uh, uh, yeah, Bezos dropped quite a bit. Yeah, it's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. There you go. That's another one. Is he number one? Who's number one?
No, Elon Musk is number one. Jeff Bezos is number two. Yo, it's a big jump. Elon Musk is 300 billion and Bezos is 200 billion. There's $100 billion. That's a big freaking difference.
I see you're 200 and I'll up it to 300.
Right? And then the number three is not even a single person, bro. Number three is the Bernard Arnault and family. And family.
And everybody else. Everybody
Right?
put their money together.
And then after the whole family comes Bill Gates.
So
And then Buffett.
so before Elon Musk bought Twitter, there is a tweet that he posted and says, I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter because that is what free speech means. Now, I did see a lot of freaking idiotic people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and probably on MySpace and Zynga and whatever else they have, Friendsters. They were saying like, I'm gonna deactivate my Twitter because Elon Musk ruined it. So I was cracking up. I'm just like, I'm like, does Elon Musk dictate your life that much that you gotta like, why do you hate Elon Musk so much? He's the devil in some way or something.
There's for every person out there, there's gonna be people that like you and hate you, and this is life. Like it doesn't matter what you do, right? You could try to be, the holiest of people. You could be the Pope, and no matter what, people are gonna like you and hate you. And I guarantee the people who like you and the people who don't like you know nothing about you sometimes. Nobody really knows you. The people that really feel this passionate about you, that hate you this much or like you this much, have never really had a conversation. Look, I almost okay. I'm gonna say that one for a second, but I have a what the hell that happened. So
Say, write it down real quick before you forget.
no, I'll forget it.
I'll forget. Okay, just go then.
Yo, did you see someone tried to stab Dave Chappelle?
Oh, pause for that one. Okay, I won't forget that one. I will not forget that one. I will not forget that one.
Okay.
Okay. I got my drink, by the way. Okay. So, yeah, I won't forget about the whole Dave Chappelle and yeah. So Jeff Bezos put a comment and it literally, this is what happened. It says Jeff Bezos is already testing Elon Musk's commitment to free speech by trolling him and says, interesting question. Did the Chinese government just gain a bit of leverage over the town square?
Would have salty.
It's like, oh, I tried to put some salt in no wound. There is
Really?
no. Are you bitter?
He's bitter because Elon Musk has talked about him quite openly about how unintelligent his decisions have been at certain points. So yeah.
And I'm reading a reply here, or a thing that Bezos put. It says, apropos of something. Tesla's second biggest market in 2021 was China. That's not his fault. If China wants to buy Tesla, it is what it is. China's battery makers are major suppliers for Tesla's EVs. Wait, Jeff Bezos is in charge of Amazon. 80% of his Amazon shit are coming from China. What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to think before he opens his stupid mouth.
Dude, after 2009, when China banned Twitter, the government there had almost no leverage over the platform, but China has a major leverage over Amazon. It's like, dude, Bezos, shut up and pay your employees.
Yo, his employees are mad right now. They're trying to unionize.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel with Musk taking over before we get into the Chappelle show?
So I'm for it. I'm for it. One, I do enjoy Elon Musk and his banter on Twitter. I do actually enjoy listening to him speak. I watch a lot of his videos and like talks and whatever. But the end of the day, Elon Musk is a content creator. He's not just a business person. He is one of the largest influential people on the social media. Just by posting emojis, this man can fluctuate markets like crazy. He is an influencer by definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's got millions upon millions of followers on Twitter, and Twitter is one of the most active places when it comes to social media. Now, the interesting thing is that let's look at it from two different perspectives. One, if you are Elon Musk and you are one of the largest content creators on the platform, wouldn't you want to solidify your position so that nothing can happen to you?
Yep.
So that you could never get shut down? Well, shit, now you own it. You'll never get shut down. You have, like, what's the point? And we've had this conversation with a lot of people like over the years when we say, we want to leave YouTube, but we can't. We can go to, people keep saying go to Rumble, go here, go here. But the issue is traffic, right? You want to go and build a new social media, right? You have to build the traffic to go with you. Why build the traffic when you already have it? That make no sense.
Yep.
Right? Stay here, own it, and do and for that exact reason, he would be inclined to do it right because he needs to maintain the traffic that it has. Because if he didn't care about the traffic, he would leave and start his own. He has a lot of people following him already. He could probably be successful. Not as successful as it is right now, at least not off the bat, right? The other thing is there's a lot of people who talk about Twitter not being profitable, right? Twitter brings in about $1 billion a year. Now, some people, that's not a lot of money for a business. Okay, fine. But I think that Twitter has been dabbling with content creation and creators for what looks to be about a year now, but has no idea what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Like they keep saying something and then you're like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. And you disappeared and you're no longer relevant. So you're making $1 billion a year right now. And you have platforms and features built into your social media called Twitter Blue, where people pay a subscription. You have crypto features built into it right now, but your platform is not to the point where people are bragging about the content creation. They're not bragging about your subscription services, right? Because nobody was really focused as Twitter as a business, right? Let's be real. Facebook's social media died years ago. Facebook's been a business for like 10 years. It's a business. That's why Mark Zuckerberg gets called into these SEC meetings and they try to tear him to shreds and they don't even know how to dial into the internet. You've seen these freaking things. They're like, what is Facebook? Like they have no idea. But Twitter is in the next evolution of what it's doing as a business. watch how quickly it's going to go from making $1 billion a year to becoming a multiple $1 billion a year generating business really soon. We have to understand that Elon Musk owns 4 companies, right? 3 of those 4 companies are $1 billion companies, and one of those companies is a $1 trillion company. I mean, it would be nice to say one day when he's retiring on Mars to say, I have $4 trillion companies.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the business to lose money. He's not. And it's you can hate him all you want, but he's made a lot of interesting decisions along his life and made a lot of interesting friends that a lot of his money came from very interesting places when he went to go buy Twitter. I don't even think he knew where the money was coming from when he threw out these numbers because he was like, you know what? I want 420 to be a part of the price. So I'll take the amount of outstanding shares. I'll put a 5 in the front. So you have $54.20 and I'll buy it for this amount here. That's literally the conversation that happened. And then there was Canadian banks that threw him a couple billion. Then some of his friends, literally friends, are like, I like him. Here's a couple billion. Like, you can't stop him because of the network that he's built at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So love him or hate him, figure it out.
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm starting to use Twitter a little bit more now. And the funny story, I there's a Canadian YouTuber that I follow that talks about like stocks and crypto and stuff like that. And he had a live stream last week. And I said, "What's up in the chat?" And he's like, "Hey, I love what you're doing on Twitter." And I'm like, "What the fuck am I doing on Twitter?" He's like, "Yeah, you know, I see what you're posting." And I'm like, "I don't even know what I'm posting."
Your bot's taking over.
But I do post. I talk a lot about more about crypto and crypto mining now. And I posted a picture of uh, just a regular computer and me running like 3-4 graphics cards out of a regular computer.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, I know I'm ghetto, but it works. It's doing what I need it to do right now. So I am using Twitter a little bit more now, and I'm just I think a lot more people will start to use Twitter because they're curious as to what's going to happen now that Elon's sitting in the chair that he's sitting in.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was looking into what Elon did with the old board of directors
Mm-hmm.
and how he pretty much fired everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much said like, I think, I think they were making like 20 million a year combined or some ridiculous number. And he was just like, well, I just saved the company $20 million or whatever it is with this, with these 6 people that do nothing. I'm like, wow. Well, and then he started hiring new people. And I think the people that he did fire, he gave them a huge severance package from what my understanding was.
Okay.
He said, here you go. You
Peace
could
out.
retire now if you want. You know, like he set them straight. I think, was it Dorsey, the main guy?
Yeah, Jack.
I think he's still in Twitter in some capacity. But the people that Elon is putting in, they're doing work. They're not just a board that gets together and makes a lot of money. If anything, they're not making anywhere near than what the last board was doing, but they're going to be very, very effective with what they're supposed to be doing. Like there's actual tasks and stuff. Like they're actual real positions. It's just like, hey, you're not a board that comes up with ideas and hangs out, collects a check. Like, you guys need to work, which is cool. I'm like, all right. So going to be interesting, like you said, what they're going to do next. The whole thing with Dave Chappelle was a huge what the hell. Somebody with a fake gun. It was a prop.
Replica. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a prop gun or something, whatever, came on stage. Did you see the whole thing? Like what happened with Jamie Foxx and all that?
Yeah, and Chris Rock was there too, and the statement that was made after the fact. But a
You
lot
got
of
to go
people
step by step, though. You can't just spit it out like that. Step by step.
Okay, so apparently this guy was a wannabe rapper, who has a YouTube channel and I'm assuming a Spotify or something. You put up tracks and whatever, and he had a song about Dave Chappelle that I didn't understand any of the lyrics of. So I'm assuming he didn't like Dave for some reason, one way or another. To me, he kind of reminded me of a Stan, like you know that Eminem song.
Stan. Why are you so mad, son?
But he tried to spear tackle Dave Chappelle, and like Dave Chappelle's what, like 50, 60 years old? Maybe not 60, but like in his late 50s, no?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he tried to tackle a man who didn't know he was coming and failed.
Yeah.
He didn't see him coming, bro, and he failed. How do you fail? Anyways, besides the point. And everyone kind of brushed it off because the police came and they kind of got him off stage and whatever. But the man had a knife, so if he didn't fail at spear tackling him, he could have stabbed him, and we would nation at
Mhm.
this point because Dave Chappelle is a legend in all rights comedy, and not just comedy. I think in free speech, he is a legend because he said some shit that nobody can get away with,
Yeah, he did.
right? So it's just it's fucked up that when we seen what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock, the immediate assumption that anybody with half a brain started to assume was that we would start to see more and more of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately we go to Dave Chappelle. Like that's fucked up. Like where are we going as a society? And maybe I don't want to blame the individuals. Maybe I don't want to blame people because once you start to see more and more random acts of inhumane activity, I'm going to say it that way because we're not acting as humane individuals at this point. Maybe the issue is that society as a whole has now allowed mental health to become such a big problem that we can't ignore it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are acting crazy. Yeah, they're acting crazy. They need help. They don't know how to get it. More and more focus needs to be put on mental health before all of society is brought down by the lack and the ignorance of, you know, what we're doing to each other at this point. Like not like you doing to me or me doing to you, but we've just gone through 2 years of a lockdown of all kinds of shutting down society and sheltering and being scared of people, like interacting with people that we're still learning how to cope with as a society. People say
Mm-hmm.
that we're going through like a post traumatic, like we have PTSD coming out of this now because we don't know how to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just yeah. I
So for those of you guys who didn't watch, Dave Chappelle did somebody tried to tackle him down. He missed. Jamie Foxx comes out with the freaking cowboy sheriff hat of some sorts. And Dave Chappelle makes a comment and says, like, well, when you see Jamie Foxx come out with a hat, with the sheriff hat, I'm taken care of. And Jamie Foxx went out there and they were like hugged it out or whatever. I'm very disappointed on security for not stopping the guy to even make it a foot on stage. Like they should have stopped that way the second he jumped the thing, or he was climbing the stage, or however he got up there. Security should have been on that guy like freaking white on rice.
Mhm.
Like it
Yeah.
should have been an instant thing. Um, and of course, what Next Level said, the funniest part was when Chris Rock showed up and he went to say hi to Dave Chappelle and kind of high fived him. And he said, "Was that Will Smith?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
That's
just
probably not the
started
last we heard of
laughing.
that either.
I was like, dude, I totally agree with you how everything is going. It's insane. Will Smith is losing more TV shows A lot of stuff is now on pause. It's almost like a daily thing. I keep hearing something about Will Smith. No longer like he like this TV show got canceled, or this is canceled now, or this is done, or like anything that he's producing or mentoring or acting or what, if he's got his finger in it, even his breath in it, if any kind of atom exists in his body that's part of whatever it is, it's being either canceled or paused. There's like it's like literally a cancel Will Smith culture right now. And I'm on that boat. I know some people are just like, no, he did the right thing and stepping up for his woman and doing. I'm like, physical. He went physical. He went from somebody said words, and you're saying it's okay to get physical. And some people are agreeing with that is okay. And I think people need to check themselves and look like they like seriously. And this is no offense to anybody, because I've argued with people about this, and I've told them this to their face. I'm like, you know what? So you're telling me if I start calling you names, you're going to try to get physical with me? And they're just like, well, no, I'm not going to throw a punch. I'm like, yeah, but what you're saying is Will Smith did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so if I call your woman a bitch, you're going to come fight me? Is that what you want to do? And they're just like, no, I'll probably call you a bitch. I'm like, oh, yeah, but that's not what Will Smith did. He didn't call him a bitch. He went over there and punched him. He went straight to physical. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this whole situation. Again, you can't go back. You can't do a what if. Like, it's too late. He did what he did. Nobody condones violence. Will Smith even said it himself. Like I messed up big time. He's talking to therapists and all that stuff now. He's like, dude, he's been going through a lot of stuff, and we all get that. For him to get to the point to get physical, something deeper is going on.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to realize that, and he needs to man up and either get on a like, he did this in a very public way. He needs to do this, I think, if Chris Rock allows it, in a public way, apologizing to Chris Rock. Either at a comedy show, like he shows up there, he says, hey, I just want to come here to apologize, hug the man, I'm sorry, shake his hand, whatever. And if Chris Rock says, no, screw that crap, I don't want to see him, okay, cool. Do a video and post it out there. But it's got to be for real. It can't be your freaking publicist writing an Instagram post, creating a picture to say, I'm deeply sorry. Bull. It's bull. That apology was bull. So I like Chris Rock. I like Will Smith. I like Will Smith for years. That happened. He crossed the line, and people's feelings changes. So fuck Will Smith. Sorry, not sorry.
Speaking about bullshit, I heard you got something else.
What do I got?
I don't know. Something related to crap.
Activision.
I was trying to transition to
Johnny Depp
there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm saving that for last.
Are you? I was like, crap.
I'm saving that for last because that one's going to be a good one.
All right, fine,
but
fine.
No, this is some crap too. This is some what the hell. So, okay. So I know you said something about Blizzard hires a vice president of culture to fix its culture. And the person that they hired is called Jessica Martinez, which has 14 years at Disney.
Okay. They want to have a Disney experience when you work at Activision now?
I guess. But there's something that happened before that, though. A week before that. Activision, again, is accused of threatening employees for speaking out. Again.
Just shut your face. Shut your hole and know your role.
Yeah. We talked about this before, that the upper higher people, the big wigs, the managers, whatever you want to call them, the jefes, were threatening their employees, saying, you better not blah, blah, blah. And they were like threatening them and discriminating them and sexual harassment and all kinds of stuff. and saying you're not allowed to do blah 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 blah, even though we're in this lawsuit together. You can't talk about us, even though you're going on the stand. It's like, what the hell? So the Communication Workers of America, CWA, has filed an unfair label charge against the company, alleging that it told workers they could not discuss issues related to the sexual harassment and discrimination lawsuit filed by state of California against the company. They told them you're not allowed to tell on us, period. Dude, that's like 5 fingers to the face. They are, dude, I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't. Like I'm literally beside myself. How are you gonna say as a boss to your insubordinates that you are not allowed to tell on me? Now get inside my office and take your clothes off.
Whoa. Jeez.
Dude, that's what's been happening.
That's a little much.
Well, that's what it is. Sexual harassment and discrimination. This is happening, and they're telling them that they're not, like, what's going to happen? Things are going to come to light. Some people are going to start quitting. And there's going to be some serious arrests. I think if they don't really, from what it sounds like to me, because I haven't really read deep into this yet, but it sounds like the people in charge are the ones way on top. And they're all like in cahoots with each other. I have a feeling if you take those people out, you also take ownership away from Activision. Like the people who brought you Activision, the people who put it together, the people who owned it, like the name, like all that stuff. I think all of that is ripping them off. Like what's going to happen is they're going to either get arrested or something, and they're going to get forced to resign, not by themselves, not by a board, not by anything. It's going to be by law. It's going to be something very big and ugly. And what the hell's going to happen to Activision with their games and all this stuff that they're doing? Who knows? I think there's going to be new people coming in to continue Activision and try to like they're hiring somebody new to fix the culture, to fix the whatever, to work on this stuff. I don't know, man. I think this is going to get really ugly really, really fast. And I think a lot of things is going to come to light pretty soon. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's going to be really interesting. I do think that there's going to be definitely some changes. They are also acquired by Microsoft now, right?
Yep.
So I think that the changes, whatever it is going to have to happen real quick, because Microsoft ain't in the business of losing money, and they just dropped a pretty penny on them.
Yep.
So
it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, I don't know. I think what has to happen is, yeah, they're going to have to get rid of a lot of people. So we will see. We will see. Okay, going to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Speaking about shit. Did you know she actually took a dump in his bed?
Yeah, I know. Like on purpose. To take a dump on purpose anywhere besides the toilet, you got problems. Like you got problems. Like unless,
what if it's a bush?
Yeah, but like okay.
You're like, okay, maybe that's not bad.
But I'm saying like in general, I don't know. This whole trial is just weird. Like I've seen some shit, like not people taking a dump on a bed, but I've seen some videos posted about her on trial, and it looks like she's even sniffing stuff while she's on the stand. And I'm like, what is going on in this right now? Like, is this just a publicity joke? Like, is anybody taking any of this seriously?
She so she got on the stand yesterday, and they had other people in the stands, and she's just been sitting there just watching, and she's playing that like victim card so hard.
Every victim card, not just a victim card. It's like anything cliche that she can play, she's trying to.
And what's interesting is this whole thing of oh man, what's it called? She's claiming that she was in some sort of spousal abuse or whatever it is. She was in a relationship before with another female, and they went through a lawsuit very similar, and she was in the exact same shoes she is today. The only difference is that the person she's with is Johnny Depp.
Mm.
And she lost the first time. I'm pretty sure she lost the first time. But it looks like there's a trend now happening. She was like one of the things. So I've been following it. I've been watching it from last week, this week, and she was saying yesterday something about that Johnny Depp was coming up, and that her sister or some relative, I don't know if it was a kid or sister, cousin, or I don't know, somebody said they were arguing with Johnny Depp, and then that he was making a fist, and that he was coming up to smack her, and then as she was just like, dude, she messed up her story so bad. She's like, as we were arguing, I just couldn't take it anymore, and I smacked him, and I beat the shit out of him. But she was trying to say that he beat the shit out of her.
Right.
And so she totally she was making it seem like, yeah, he was getting mad. He was arguing. He was calling me names. He was doing this. And it sounded like she was about like, well, the way she was trying to tell the story was he made the fist and he was beating me up. But the way she said it was, she was making it sound like, wait, we were fighting. He was getting mad. I was getting mad. And he was making a fist to come swing at me. And then I swung, and it almost sounded like it was her that was doing all the shit, not him. And Johnny Depp's lawyer, dude, he goes to the back and looks at one of the other, because Johnny Depp has like 3 or 4 lawyers back there. The lawyer looks at one of the other lawyers, and he says, "We got her. She messed up." And you see Johnny Depp's face, like before he turns around, he just starts laughing and just nodding his head down, like, and you could hear him say, "Oh my God." You could see his lips. "Oh my gosh." Like she pretty much just fucked up her whole story and threw herself under the bus. Because she was like, "I never hit him. I never did this. I never did that." And now she's over here pleading, "Oh, I beat the shit out of him." And this whole trial, she's been saying, "I never beat him. I just slapped him. I just hit. I never beat him up. I just hit him." Hitting him and beating him are 2 different things.
Yeah, because her thing is, I'm a little woman. I should be allowed to hit men anytime I want.
Yeah. Oh man. I just and you know what? I think she was on the stand for 2 days. It was just one day. I just saw the one. It was, and then the best part when they said, "Okay, we're gonna take a break," And so they get up, and Johnny Depp always goes to the left, and that's where all his lawyers go. And that's where the stand is. And then as he was walking that way, Amber Heard, she's just like, she starts backing up all scared, like, oh, he's coming. Like, somebody protect me. And dude, I don't know how much you've actually listened to this whole thing, but Amber's lawyers are just, dude, they're stupid. Like, some of the questions that they're asking is like, dude, you're not helping Amber at all. You're not helping her case at all. Like even the judge got mad at their attorney and said, "Oh yeah, so it looks like for 6 hours it was this, and 8 hours it was this, and it was a total of like 30 some hours of this, you know?" And then they were like, "No, it's about like 40 hours or 50 hours of this." And she was like, 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus this plus that equals this. And then you could see them looking at their paperwork, and he's just like, "No, I think you're missing something." And then she's just like, "All the hours that I just said, do you have that on your paper?" And they're like, "Yes." And then the judge looks over at the I think it was like the bailiff or one of the other people that were there, and says, "Did I just add that wrong?" And they're like, "No, you're right." And then the attorney was just still looking at the paperwork. She's like, no, you're wrong." And then the judge says, "Everybody here says I'm right. You need to do your math." Like, it's like, dude, how are you a lawyer? How are you a lawyer?
Terrible. The whole thing's a joke. Like it honestly is. And the thing is that Johnny Depp has lost some serious roles when it comes to his career. And he's made statements saying that his kids are going to school and people are telling his kids that he's an abuser. He's a woman beater. Like he's like, this is defamation of character that he has to deal with his children. Unfortunately, he's in the limelight and everyone knows who Johnny Depp is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that now there's petitions of Amber's roles being cut back, which is very interesting. But look, we have Aquaman 2 that's coming out, and she's supposed to be the main character. Now I'm hearing that she's being cut back to 8 minutes of screen time.
Watch, they're going to CGI her face. They're going to CGI her face to somebody else.
and here's the thing. Some people who are very upset about the trial, they're very upset with her. They're saying things like they should just cancel the movie. I get it, but there's a lot of people that rely on paying their bills that have nothing to do with the situation. So unfortunately, right, we look at a movie and sometimes all we see is the main actors in that movie. But movies make billions of dollars and they put a lot of food on a lot of people's tables. A lot of people, from people that just work lights to people that run coffee. Like that pays their bills, bro. And if you shut down an actor or an actress and you close down a movie, the amount of jobs that you just shut down, I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to comprehend that. Just you can't guess how many jobs the average movie entails.
Can't they do? So here's the thing. I'm looking at Amber Heard right now, and she has like that typical face. Like it's a very common type face, you know? Like remember back when like Britney Spears came out, and then you had Jessica Simpson. You had like all these blonde girls that looked very similar to each other. Why can't they get another actress that looks very similar to her, dye her hair red, put her in that green outfit, and Bob's your uncle?
Yo,
Cast Johnny Depp too.
Make him play the lead role. Put him in a wig. Out of curiosity, I just pulled some numbers, right? Iron Man 3. I want you to guess how many names were credited in the end of the movie? I'll give you points if you guess in the right thousand.
1,000. How many names? Like actors and directors and
Just
everything?
how everything. Every person that played a role for that movie to come to light.
3,000 ish.
3,000. 3,310.
Damn, dude, that was pretty good on my side.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna get three.
Me
Because
neither. That's
that's a
my initial
ridiculous
guess would
number.
have been like 200 or 300.
Right? But then I said if you get in the right I kind of gave you a hint, you
You
know?
gave me a
So
good hint right there. Thank you.
but if we close down a movie, I mean, whatever she's working on, it's not going to be as good as Iron Man 3. I'll put it out there. But we're talking about thousands of people's out of a job now. Thousands. That's not even like it says the average is usually somewhere around 600. Usually around 600, right? But like Iron Man 3, there's a lot of things that are happening both physically and virtually or digitally or whatever you want to call it as well too. So there's a lot of moving parts, right? So even 600, that's a lot of people that
Yep.
really rely on one or two people that are the main actors and actresses to sell that movie or show, right?
Dude, they should do Kristen Stewart should play that role. Kristen Stewart looks just like her. Or Amber Heard looks just like Kristen Stewart. Did you look it up?
No, I didn't look it up.
She's played oh here, I'll just share my screen. I forget what movies she's been in. But this is Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, she'd probably do a good job.
Just paint the hair red. Dude, that's her right there. I forget what movie she's been in, but she's been in a lot. See?
She been in Batman?
Maybe. I don't know. But I think she should play that role. 'Cause the thing is that they have celebrities out there that's pretty damn close to her. You know what I mean? So I don't know, dude. Shoot, freaking even Scarlett Johansson. You know,
She's making too many billies to want to do a DC.
she's
film.
like, I don't want to go to the DC crap.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video and this audio. Lots of stuff that's happening. It's a big what the hell. It's nuts. There's a lot of things going on. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Leave us a comment. How do you guys feel about this whole Johnny Depp thing, Amber Heard thing? Some of the stuff that's coming up about Amber Heard is just disgusting. People already didn't like Amber Heard for a long time. I don't know. I feel bad for Johnny Depp. Some people didn't like Johnny Depp for a long time too. But now that a lot of this stuff is coming up to light, it's just kind of like, well, exactly. I agree with the dogs. I agree with the dogs. They're like, it's bullshit. Yeah, I think I don't know. Just be careful. Just be careful with who you make your bed with. Anything you got to say next before we get the hell out of here?
I'm gonna try and complete this without being interrupted. Let's see. Thank you guys for watching it or listening to and watching, if you are, another episode of Beyond the Streams. Wherever you're listening to us or wherever you're watching us, make sure you leave us a comment or review so that other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. Make sure that if you're looking to be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community, that you join us over on YouTube every Thursday between 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do our live shows. And, you never know where the conversation is going to go. You never know who we're going to have on. It's been a minute since we've had a guest on the show, but it doesn't mean that when is it coming soon? Just saying. Don't know. Never know. If you're looking for small little bite-sized pieces of the conversation, you can also check out the BS Clips channel on YouTube. And you never want to miss anything. So make sure you have those notifications turned on, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.